It's tactic time once again, and we're going to go with an iconic 4-4-2 from King Kenny Daliglish. Let's check it out. That's right, we're going to have a look at a 4-4-2 tactic from Kenny Daliglish, who was an incredible player and manager, won 3 First Division titles in the late 80s with Liverpool, and then took Blackburn Rovers to the Premier League title in 1994-95. And this is a 4-4-2 tactic inspired by the great man. So let's get straight into the game and have a look at the tactic. Here it is. It's a 4-4-2. Flat 4, flat 4, 2. You know how 4-4-2 works, right? We've got plenty of instructions here as well. So in possession, we're going to go fairly wide, overlap on the both flanks, and basically play down the wings, because that's what we do with this 4-4-2. It's passing into space, playing down the wings, getting balls into the box for the strikers. On the in transition phase, we're going to be pressing, basically counter-pressing, distributing quickly. We've got a high line of engagement, a high press, and a standard defensive line, and we're going to get stuck in because it's the 80s, 90s, so everyone gets stuck in. You're going to see that on pretty much every player. We're going to tackle harder. Goalkeeper is a goalkeeper on defend, taking fewer risks, tackling harder. Central defenders, both of them on defend, with tackling harder as an extra instruction. Wing-back on the left is going to be more attacking. He's going to be taking more risks, crossing more often, tackling harder, obviously. And the full-back on the right, so not a wing-back, a full-back on the right is going to be on support. But we've added loads of instructions here. Crossing from deep, dribbling more, running wide with the ball, getting further forward. So he's going to be on support, but still getting further forward down that right flank. In the centre of midfield, we've got a central midfielder on support. See here, taking more risks, shooting left often, getting further forward, tackling harder. Ball-winning midfielder on support next to him with a shoot less often, tight marker. The winger on the right on attack, shoot less often, tight marking as well. Not getting stuck in on this one, but you can see here he's going to stay wider because he's a winger on attack. And then on the left-hand flank, we've got a winger on support, but he's going to cross from the byline, so he's still going to get forward quite a lot. Going to have the left back overlapping as well. Up front, we've got a pressing forward on the left-hand side of our strike partnership, shooting more often, moving into the channels, and that's going to be a theme as we go on to the attacking forward, the advanced forward, sorry, obviously, because he's going to be moving into channels. We're shooting more often, tackling harder. That's our Sutton and Shearer up front, and that's basically the tactic in a quick nutshell. You can download it using the link down below, but now we're going to simulate a season with Blackburn, and then simulate a season with Liverpool as well, and have a look at the results. So here we are. We have finished a season with Blackburn Rovers in the Championship using this 4-4-2 tactic. As you can see, our board expectation was a top half finish, and if we get through the playoffs, we can see we finished 4th, but didn't get through the playoffs. But never mind, it's not really a squad that's built for a 4-4-2, I don't think, but still got plenty of goals, and we'll have a look at the stats as well. So 89 goals, the second highest in the league. In the 48 matches we played. Most shots, 707, third highest in the league, so plenty of opportunities, but I don't think we've quite got the out-and-out strikers to basically have a 4-4-2. Plenty of tackles won. If we go for cards, that's what we want to look at, because it's tackling harder. This might be the downfall, because it's basically set in the 80s and 90s, where referees didn't give yellow cards for everything. So 100 yellow cards and 3 red. So the reds are not bad, actually, but the 100 yellow cards, a little bit to be worried about. Maybe you want to tone that down if you want to adapt this for a more modern game. You can see with the strikers, Brereton Diaz got 33, and Gallagher's up there as well. Dolan's got 11 assists, Diaz with 9 assists. Diaz and Gallagher getting loads and loads of shots, but not quite clinical enough to get more goals. I mean, obviously 56 between the pair of them is not bad. It's quite Sutton and Shearer-esque, but not quite. You can see here we flick through the rest of the stats. Tackles won, Dolan's up there as well, 116, just shy of the top. Dolan's obviously played quite well in this tactic. And we see here, we can see plenty of goals and shots. We're going to do a similar season with Liverpool as well, see what happens there. And then we're going to watch some match footage as well to get a bit more of an idea of how the tactic works. Right, we're going to simulate with Liverpool now, see what happens at the end of a Liverpool season. And here we are. We've won the Premier League. There we go. First place by 7 points ahead of Manchester City. 24 wins, 10 draws. That means 4 defeats. Won the Carabao Cup, knocked out the semi-finals of the Champions League as well. We can see quite comfortably winners in the end. Good goal difference of 53. You can see, apart from Haaland, you can ignore Haaland, we're at the top of the goal-scoring charts and the average rating charts. Most goals, 93 for Liverpool. That's great. We're at the top of there. Only 4 corner goals as well, so it's all the tactic. No corner exploits or anything like that going on. Shots, 678, not quite top, but definitely there. Shots against was quite low as well. Best pass completion, not on there. Best possession, don't care about that. It's all about getting balls down the wings quickly into the box. Dribbles, don't care. Clean sheets, plenty of them, good. That's not what we're here for. It's not about defending, it's about attacking down the wing and tackling very hard and getting 90 yellow cards. Only 3 red cards again, though, but 90 yellow cards, plus the 100 from Blackburn. It's quite a lot, really, isn't it? You can see goals here. So Salah and Nunez got 56 between them. Ignore Haaland, he's a cheat code. Plenty, no assists, actually, no one on the assist sheet. Most shots between our 2 strikers as well, ignoring Haaland. Player of the matches, again, you can ignore Haaland because he's just there all the time. But Salah and Darwin both getting plenty of man of the match awards. Trent getting plenty of key passes. Tackles, who care? Yeah, okay. We're going down the stats we don't really care about here. Alisson getting a few, getting 4th or 5th on the 2 goalkeeping stats. Right, we're going to look at in-game now. We won the Carabao Cup as well with Liverpool. Obviously, these are both holiday seasons, so I've not done anything other than set the tactic and click simulate. Right, we'll have a look at some in-game footage, get a better idea of what's happening with this tactic, and then you can download it for yourself and try it out. So I picked a couple of Blackburn games here. We're just generating the match report to get the highlights in. We're going to have a look at the goals. The first one is a hat-trick for Gallagher, but we can see here, ball into the middle and over the top out to Diaz, who links up with his strike partner Gallagher in the middle. So you can see it's not just straight down the wings for this one. This is from a throw in here as well. Ball into the box, and great. That's not really the tactic that scored that one, but we'll see some more goals. This one is going to be a little bit better. So Rankin Costello finds Thomas on the right flank, who ball into the box. Gallagher's there. That's a sort of quick movement down the flanks, whipped into the box for the goal scorers to score. Here's an overlap. You can see JLC overlapping into the box, cutting inside. Gallagher in loads of space because Diaz has basically drawn all of the defenders with him. That's the first game we're going to look at. We're going to look at another game as well. That's 4 goals, most of them by Gallagher. Now we jump to a game with 4 goals for Brereton Diaz in a 5-2 victory against Cardiff. The first one's from the penalty spot. That one doesn't really count. We're not going to count that one for the tactic, and this one is a Cardiff goal as well. But you can see there are some defensive weaknesses. Obviously, no tactic is perfect, but we got opened up a little bit there as well. Right, this is the first goal we need to properly pay attention to. So Dolan is running down the flank, whips it into the box. There we go. Striker. Basically, both of them moving into channels, creating space for each other. Here again, you're going to see a similar situation. It's kind of... That one's a little bit... that one's not quite the best example of a goal. But this one here, cut back, Thomas is there. There's an overload in the centre. There's men coming in. You can see Dolan there at the back post with Diaz. Both of them jumping for the ball. Header for Diaz in the end. This is a Cardiff goal. It's a little bit sloppy over the top. Well, you can't really... that's the Cardiff goal. This final goal here is on the pressing, basically. We basically press to get the ball back. Thomas whips it into the box. There's going to be a lot of crosses and headers, so you need strikers who can head the ball and shoot as well when they work each other into some space. We're going to have a look at some Liverpool highlights now as well. The first one is a Champions League game against Atletico Madrid. You can see here, ball out wide, cuts inside, man in the middle in lots of space. But this is an overlap here. So Fabinho going around the outside of Keita, cuts inside to Gakpo, who slots it across into the back post to get a second goal of the game. And here, linking up play between the strikers, using the midfield as well. Plenty of space here. That's good passing in the middle of the park. So your 2 strikers are, again, moving into channels. We're going to find another game as well as I'm talking. So the strikers are both moving into channels, creating that space for each other, drawing defenders in, basically allowing each other plenty of time to get a ball into each other to score, and the wingers are both going to be attacking down each flank. There's going to be the overlap as well from the fullbacks to basically get balls into the box, and you're going to have a couple of midfielders lurking essentially on the edge of the area, waiting for any knockdowns or any cutbacks to get that extra goal. So here is Fabinho, the right back, overlapping, cuts inside, a ball over the top. Deflected up, but Darwin there with another header. So it's plenty of headed goals. That's the key with this tactic. We go out to the other flank here. Again, cuts inside. There's going to be a cutback. Lovely. Gakpo's basically found himself loads of space as Darwin's gone wide, drawn the defenders to him. And you can see this is a Leicester goal. We don't really want to leave. Yeah, that one's good for them. Great. We'll have 2 more goals actually in this game as well. We won 4-2 in this one, but Leicester are going to equalise before we get to that. Lucky. That was lucky. Lucky strike. Anyway, the third goal of the game, it's basically pushing the defence into an error. Ball over the top. Easy ball, easy finish there for Firmino. And then the final one, again, on the counter. dragging the defender with him, creating lots of space for his strike partner. Was he offside? Who knows there? It doesn't really matter. It wasn't. He was given anyway. But there we go. That is some match highlights for this tactic. I hope you've enjoyed looking at the tactic and how it works in game. Again, let me know in the comments if you try this tactic out. There can be a download link from the Sort It Out SI website for you to download and use in your own game. And whilst you're there, or before you go there, click the link in the description and then click on this video, and I'll see you on the next one.